Have you ever gone into something thinking you were prepared only to be completely knocked off balance? Well, that was me last week, and I'm really excited to talk about it. Over the past 4 months, I've been helping CyberX bring Operation Defend the North to Vancouver, both as an event producer, leveraging my experience with running B-Sides Vancouver, but also as a co-chair to the advisory board and a co-facilitator to the event itself. But even with my inside knowledge, I was caught unprepared, a deer in the headlights, and needed to adapt, improvise, and overcome pretty quick. So here is a debrief of the tabletop exercise and what we all need to take from my experience at Operation Defend the North. So first, many have asked, was Operation Defend the North scripted? The short answer is no. We had developed a vision of the scenario internally, hence the immersive news report injections, but beyond a very high-level briefing of each module, the exercise's participants, including myself, were in the dark. And not for a lack of trying. In the run-up to the event, I kept hounding for more detail of what to expect. I want to be prepared. But the mastermind behind the event and the scenario, Ali, held his vision close to the chest. Now, my role, day of, was to represent the SOC team of the fictional ODTN telecom company. With my past experience working at a telecom, as well as in several SOCs, I was pretty confident that I could represent the technical role even without a script. However, I was quickly knocked off balance, and here's why. The exercise started with a news media report of a massive telecom outage impacting businesses, individuals, and speculation it was caused by a cyber attack. Very early on, I was asked live, what does the SOC see and what is the SOC doing? And I briefly froze, because up until that point, I wasn't provided with any technical injections to riff off of. The exercise network monitoring visual aid tool that we had didn't show any network outages. And I was hesitant to freestyle, concerned my imagination could derail the entire story. And at first, I was frustrated. Why was I being put on the spot without anything to work with? But that moment, that WTF moment, is exactly what companies go through when an incident happens. You don't always have clear answers and next steps. You just get uncertainties, a lot of pressure, and spikes in adrenaline and cortisol levels. And the proverbial rug pull worked. Being unprepared and put under the spotlight triggered real emotions and stress for me. This interfered with my ability to critically think and make decisions. And that's the point. During the break, people were literally coming up to me and asking if I was all right, telling me I'm handling the heat well, and sharing that the pressure I was under, the challenges I was dealing with, felt a little too close to home. In real time, I realized I'd prepared for the wrong role and needed to adapt quickly. So I started drawing on real stories from the last 20 years of being in the security operations front lines. And the irony isn't lost on me. I ended up experiencing the exact kind of unprepared chaos that tabletop exercises are intended to simulate. At risk of coming across a little too meta, did I experience the inception of tabletop exercises? Hats off to Ali for creating that awesome experience. Now, zooming out, the exercise didn't go smoothly, and that's what made for such a valuable experience for participants, audience members, and myself. The fictional telecom leadership team didn't know how to play as a team. There was no incident response plan to reference, there was a lack of leadership and constantly shifting priorities, and we really didn't handle the absence of information well. The tail was constantly wagging the dog, and we were stuck in an analysis paralysis loop. This resulted in the tabletop exercise participants becoming tribal, siloed, and even emotional and irrational. So the biggest takeaways here? Real cyber incidents are never scripted nor linear. We didn't have a plan, we didn't know how to work well together, and there was no muscle memory to work off of. The result was an uncomfortably realistic simulation, which from the feedback from the audience, demonstrated the all too common challenges organizations face when it comes to managing crisis. And that is exactly what made this event so powerful. Eyes were opened, jaws were dropped, and aha moments were had. What an experience. And with that, I'm excited to share that we're bringing Operation Defend the North back out to Vancouver and now Calgary this fall. So watch this space, like and subscribe for more, and until next time, I will see you in the future.